My name is Christopher Hemler. I am the History and Social Studies Department Chair at University Liggett School and the 10th grade place-based U.S. history teacher. So place-based learning is something that started to gain steam in the sciences, mainly environmental science, that tasks students and learners with kind of going into their backyards and learning about, ecology and botany and things like that. What we're trying to do here at Liggett is really try to take that place-based approach and apply it to the humanities. So looking at history by comparing the stories of Detroit and the Great Lakes region to what's going on in the nation. In addition, the partnership with Grosse Pointe Historical allows the students to be actual historians and work towards getting published as a high school student with a historical society. So for the semester project, our students chose any topic related to Detroit or Grosse Pointe history from the Civil War or earlier, and they wrote articles on that. They researched and wrote articles that they then submitted to the Grosse Pointe Historical Society, who selected a handful of those as potential articles that they would publish. And then the students who were interested in kind of doing this outside of the realm of schoolwork then opted to look at the feedback and update their articles and submit them for publication.
I'm Dr. Leslie Wagner, and I'm the president of the Grosse Pointe Historical Society. Well, first of all, we love kids and we love Liggett, and we're very excited to partner with them. These are budding scholars doing real-world research on things that are relevant to the Grosse Pointe area.
Hi, my name is Penelope Griffin. I'm in the 10th grade at Liggett School. My research project was about the Underground Railroad in Detroit and in the greater Michigan, also the Grosse Pointe area.
My name is Elmer Henderson, and my project focused primarily on the detrimental effects of the cholera epidemic of 1832, and it also illustrated the significant relations between Grosse Pointe and Detroit during this epidemic.
My name is Brooke Summers, and I'm here because of a research project I did for my U.S. history class at University Liggett, where I studied the Fox Massacre.
With the place-based approach, students find the information more relevant. Learning about the places and spaces in which they have grown up, in which they play, in which they work, in which they go to eat, that automatically gives the students a little bit more buy-in to the direction of their education and a little bit more interest in the research that they're doing.
So the Fox Massacre is the only battle that occurred in the Grosse Pointe communities, and I never really thought about the historical value that place could hold. So when I found out that there was a massacre here and that a native tribe was killed here over a quarrel over land and inhabiting the Detroit areas, I was almost shocked and kind of taken back. I think other people should know kind of the backstory and kind of the history of a place they go and hang out at now. It kind of should be known hey, there was a massacre here. There's really rich history in our area.
In the 4th grade, I went to a lot of these locations and I took photographs. So when I was looking to do this project, I found a lot of those old photographs, and a lot about my project was just about these places and how the Underground Railroad in Michigan really worked. It's really terrible to learn about, but it's something terrible that happened. So it is something that we should learn in history class. And I think a lot of that should be place-based study, and you can learn about what the history of slavery and abolitionism, if that's relevant, was in your particular area. One thing that I learned was that the founder of University Liggett School, Reverend James D. Liggett, was an abolitionist publisher. He had affiliations with the Underground Railroad. I loved doing place-based study this year. I thought the best part was looking at old photos that were maybe taken years and years ago in Grosse Pointe or in Detroit and being oh, I know where that is. I can picture that. And then just connecting it to larger scale history was also incredible because it seems more accessible when you're learning about it on a smaller scale. It also seems more relevant to your life and to the lives of people that you knew who lived here before. So I think that it's a great way to learn, focusing on how history is relevant in smaller areas.
So the students did beautiful work, well-researched, thorough bibliographies at the end. I was impressed. I think it could stand up with the scholars in the universities.
We fully believe that you don't need to live in a metropolitan area like Detroit in order to make meaningful place-based humanities. Everywhere they have stories that can connect or show a disconnect with the national narrative.